Hey people, and welcome back to Everyone Hates Drake.
AKA Caps and Flaco.
Well, that's not true.
Caps. I'm with my little bro Flock.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying,
y'all. But not everyone hates Drake. I appreciate Drake. I think Caps deep down inside appreciates Drake himself. Deep down somewhere.
The guy got some talent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know. But listen, like every other body of work, it gets put to the test.
Nah, it does.
On this review show here.
Oh, and we're going to review his latest project,
Scorpion.
Which
is 2. He gave us 25 songs.
And two volumes. Volume 1, Volume 2, disc 1, disc 2.
So he went away from the grain, which has been this mid-point of the year. Everybody's been doing the EP, trying to pass it off as an album thing. And he actually gave us a double album.
Yep.
With a lot of material.
Yep. A lot.
And before we even get into it, history has shown that these double albums do not really hit home.
Yeah, not always.
With exception of Songs to the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder, and I would say All Eyes on Me. Those were open and shut cases. There's some other ones that were pretty decent.
Right.
But I don't feel like as a double album it fucking really hit home.
I will agree.
As far as an album format.
But I don't. Yeah.
Again, we listened to it. We gave it some time to filter in.
Yeah, we soaked it in.
You know what I'm saying?
We had to. 5 tracks.
It's 25 songs.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? And we're putting it to the test with our bar, which is lyrics, lyrical content, album structure,
and then beats.
Of course. So, normally, since it's been EP 18, Lil Bro starts us off. But since it's an album review, Big Bro gonna start it off.
Let's get it.
And disclaimer, I did not steal any songs. We discussed the records before. You know what I'm saying? No need for the Kleenex.
That's true.
No need for the hooting and hollering.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? No need for the hooting and hollering.
Yeah, I can't complain this time. I can't complain this time. He did pick some good joints though, but I was ready.
So like I said, it's 25 songs. The 3 songs I'm selecting are actually from the first disc.
Why are they only from the first disc?
We will get into that when we evaluate the album as a whole and we give the critique. But the first selection was Survival, which is the first joint off the album.
All of this disorder, no address, and the crown is broken in pieces, but there's more in my possession. There's a whole lot in my possession. Who do you really love? Well, that's sure to be in question.
So, beat was very dope.
Yep.
I thought it was very eye-popping.
Dope intro.
It was dope. It wasn't like a bass-heavy thing. It had a lot of good instrumentation. He had a very good flow and very good delivery, which I think is 2 of his strengths as an artist. And his lyrics were really dope. He kind of set the tone for like what this album was.
Or at least this
particular side of the disc.
Yep, at least this one.
You know, yeah. So I think it was a good way to start the album off. It set the tone. Shout out to 40. They have a great chemistry. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think I've ever really heard them be as successful with another performer. Very in the pocket. Kind of like a Pharrell and Jay-Z.
Pharrell and Jay.
Kind of like classic Nas with DJ Premier. You know, they have like what I mean by that point is that they just have a way of making songs together. Right. Put it together.
The marriage is it's cohesive.
The second song was Emotionless.
Okay.
Which is track number 5, which is a Mariah Carey sample.
Be the home of the brave. I gotta bring my brothers or else I feel out of place. Breaking speed records on roads that these niggas pave. And they don't like that, it's written all on their face.
Dope records.
Yep.
Bars, punchlines. It's very classic Drake. He had a So Gone was one of his like first like major EPs.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
And I think it only had like 6 records, but this kind of reminds me of that type of Drake, the backpack rapper Drake from Toronto. You know.
That's the first joint where he addresses his child too, right?
That is also correct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 40. He also did the beat on this one.
Yeah.
unbelievable sample because that's like old school Mariah, you know, before, you know.
Before it all went downhill?
Well, you know, before she's in
Nick
retirement
Cannon's
land. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Mariah fan. Shout out to Mariah Carey. Shout out to Strong Island. You know what I'm saying? So I really think this was dope. It explains a lot of what's going on with him. You know, dealing with, you know, the Revel. And it put into perspective, like, I guess it was his defense mechanism for like why he didn't
I mean,
announce
how do
his,
you respond to that other than just, you know, just putting it out there on
an album where you could profit from? You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, he's a businessman, you know.
You know what I mean? So, it's a dope record.
I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid.
Right? So listen, people are who they are, but it's a dope record. That brings me to my last one, which is Sandra's Rose, which is produced by DJ Premier. In my opinion, the greatest hip hop producer of all time.
I just opened up a can of those. My mother had a flower shop, but I was Sandra's Rose. 2 girls that I wrote like Indiana Jones.
Woo!
I made them hold.
Listen, due to the time constraints, you have to understand. You can't really go into the song.
Get you some gems.
But he just hit you with like 3 punchlines right there. Unbelievable beat, unbelievable flow. He was classic Drake again on this song. So shout out to Drake on these 3 records. Yeah, those are my 3.
All right.
I hand it to you, Flock.
All right, brother. All right. Those are 3 fire joints that he picked. I can't front. But I'm gonna also jump on for my first one. I'm gonna jump on this one. 8 out of 10. And let's see.
Oh, this is a banger.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
It's a banger.
It's one of them subtle responses that he did. Because listen, let's be honest here. Drake took the high road in this.
Well, he might have had to.
Okay, well,
he might have had to.
I mean, listen.
It's tough when it's tough when you're on the receiving end of the beef and you don't respond right away.
Right.
It's tough.
I mean, look.
It's tough on anybody.
9 out of 10 times, as when it comes to hip hop, we want it. We want that clash. We want a definitive response and get back. And yo, this motherfucker, like the one thing about it, when it's all said and done, like let's be honest here, the dude went. I know numbers aren't everything, but look, we still tuned in, cause the shit went platinum day 1. So we tuned in. So say what you want about Aubrey, he has our ear. Now, as far as MCs go, okay, as far as MCs go, the Joe Buddens of the world, the Pusha T's of the world, the Meek Mills of the world,
well,
and whoever else. I mean, I'm gonna put him in that category of the MC because they're better lyricists than he is, and we know that they, at least we assume that they pen their own work.
Well, Meek Mill, they say that doesn't, but
well, until proven guilty, which Aubrey has been caught. But
Meek flipped Aubrey's ghostwriter because he didn't write the verse for him in LA. That's a fact. Vlad TV, check it out. The interview. Just saying. Just throwing that tidbit out there. I wouldn't put Meek in that caliber anyway.
I don't mean to put him in the caliber of.
I would have put him as an MC, as like a Joe Budden or a Pusha T.
Or a Pusha T. Nah. Fine. I get what you're saying, but would you put Drake over Meek Mills and what he's done in his time, especially as a battle rapper? Would you put him in because Meek has held his own as a child coming into this thing?
Drake did eat him up though. He did. That was the consensus of the people.
That was the consensus of it. All right. So
it was.
We're going with what the people say, so I guess record sales count too then, right?
No, not at all.
Record sales don't count.
I'm saying his two diss records to Drake were not as good as Drake's.
One got pulled from the radio because he didn't clear.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, because he effed up.
Yeah, but
so you weren't even allowed to even hear that one.
Yeah, but the Adidon was on SoundCloud. That don't mean anything.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was still played. Like they shut that. You couldn't even hear it on the radio anymore after the second day with the Meek joint.
Even with that being said, you're saying that those 2 records are not better than Meek's records?
I'm telling you personally, I didn't even hear it Meek's joint as much as I've heard the other 2. I'm just being honest. Brutally honest with that.
But you have heard them.
Hold up. Jay did not stop and Jay did not pump Pusha's brakes from doing his beat versus they did Undertaker and Vince McMahon did to me.
Okay, now let me ask you this, but you did hear the records.
I heard it once or twice because I wasn't seeking that shit out. But
when you heard those records, were they better records than when Drake did to Meek? That's all I want to know. Because they weren't. They weren't better records.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. That's fine. But where I'm getting at is off the strength of his body of work. Because if we're talking about this is what we do, and you normally do that segment, Meek Mill, I'm not going to shit on or minimize what he's done as a battle rapper, as an MC from the streets, to then sit there and say like this Toronto privileged child, which doesn't not necessarily because you lived a better life don't mean you can't get in with this hip hop culture, but just saying that I just know that there's a machine working for Drake versus this dude come up. So
absolutely.
I'm not going to just poo-poo that.
I'm not saying
which
that.
you're kind of doing.
I'm not poo-pooing at all. What I'm saying is that Meek Mill is not in the same caliber.
I wasn't doing that. I'm just talking about beefs that Drake's had in recent time.
Now, listen.
You jumped in and said that.
No, listen. What I'm saying is that Meek Mill is an artist who also has had accusations of people writing for him.
Okay.
And the biggest thing that discredits Drake from being put in that class as a Pusha T, as a Joe Buttons, as a Royce the 5'9", or any top flight level lyricist
is the lack of his bars.
Is that somebody wrote for him. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
That's the only thing that discredits Drake.
That's what most hip hop enthusiasts do.
Okay, I was focusing on the most recent beefs that Drake had. We then went into this whole other thing about Meek. But we will deal with Meek because he did drop an EP.
Absolutely.
But I'm basing what I was getting at was the most recent beefs he's had, which was now Pusha. Before that was Buttons.
Kid
and
Cudi.
Before that, no, but Cudi didn't even really respond. Like that was whatever. And then Meek, where it was a back and forth. So back to whatever the hell I was even getting at, because I forgot I gotta go edit this thing out now, chop it. Was just more like compare and contrast, because understand that Drake is more like a hybrid vehicle where you got these gasoline guzzling SUVs of whatever size. So it's unfair to compare the two, and yo, this dude is just feminine friendly on the level of a LL Cool J.
Might be
and
more.
They push his shit, but you know something? Dudes that are smart ride out with him and bag those same broads. Because they're into, so shout out to all you dudes that do the right thing and are fans of Drake, because he helps you get the buns. So I'm not knocking, and it's kind of crazy when you have these MCs that get annoyed at his success. It's just like, yo, I mean, there are other things too that make Drake successful, but I don't want to get into it there because I've been in trouble on social media for the views that I've had. So I'm not trying to go there. I'm not trying to go there. But like that's one driving factor, is that like he is for the ladies on that level of Ella, and nobody can compare to him.
He might be more. He might be bigger.
Definitely. So it's just so crazy to me when MCs want to sit there when he says he's the best. So the fuck is he really though? Like I've never seen Cole or Kendrick in this current era waste their time when they'll hit him with something and just keep it moving. Like to put albums out and put tracks out to this dude is just so crazy to me. But anyway, I digress. Let me get to my 8. All right, so like I said, this is 8 out of 10. You'll be the judge.
Nothing else left to say. Drizzy by the drop, the game is in disarray. I tell you, hear me out, but we both know end of the day. Your sister is pressing play, your trainer is pressing play.
Your wifey. I mean,
it's very true.
Yo, I mean,
is he lying?
I'm keeping it 100.
Is he lying?
Like,
though?
He's not.
He's not fabricating.
Yo, your wifey don't rock Drake. It's all the respect for you because she just riding out with you because you in the car.
That's only like while she's in front of you.
Exactly, while you in the car, and it's like, oh, I hate Drake. Oh yeah, babe, I hate Drake too because she be in there.
I guarantee you look at her workout playlist.
Yep. Drake, Drizzy
It's
in there.
30 songs by Drake.
Aubrey's in there.
Oh,
Aubrey's
he's in there. He's in there. Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, that track is dope, and like he kind of piggybacked off of Survival on that a little bit, taking shots at good music and just others and whatever. But still, all the sublime stuff. So it's like it's not even what's the weight in that. Like I listen. I deep down inside, I respect he didn't bother getting dirty, because I mean he would lose. Like, in all honesty, he lost against Buttons, and we all just decided to look the other way. Buttons cooked him for a whole album.
Yeah, but nobody. You know what's fucked up about that is that nobody even gave Buttons credit for that.
Exactly.
He never even said nothing.
This is what it's not. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it.
Because that's
like
those
only
are setups.
hip hop heads know what time it is, and like dive in there. Everybody else plays stupid, and even the radio chose not to. But it's like you're not gonna boycott Drake because you know what? The ladies want Drake.
They do.
They want Drake, man. They want him.
They want him.
All right. So now the next joint, I really was feeling on this too. I'm gonna show some love to this too. And are we gonna speak on the dead people he got to play?
I mean, listen.
Are you gonna do that later?
That's with the.
Are you gonna? All right. Because I'm gonna let him cook. But who signed off on Aaliyah's verse, like acapella?
Well, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember. Timbaland and Missy were on the Breakfast Club. Got to be like 4 or 5 years ago, and they were complaining that he had bought Aaliyah vocals from the estate, and they had like a whole big thing about he was supposed to do an album, kind of like a duet album
with her,
with the stuff that he had purchased through the estate. So. It doesn't surprise me, but I'm like,
but the way he did,
but you know what?
He didn't even do that to the beat though. Like
I'm gonna leave that for my review.
And then the MJ one too. I mean,
listen.
I was ready to see Biggie and Pac come up on this joint too, but
I would have been.
I'm just saying. But all right, whatever. Shout out to Drake bringing out the dead. Like this motherfucker, like he
Woo!
But all right.
That hologram stock is gonna go way up.
So all right, my next track that I'm gonna showcase would be track 5 off of this 2. Track 5 of this 2, which was Finesse.
I wish you felt alright, just hitting my line all the time, Oh.
Listen. Hate if you want. As old school classic Drake, that's that Drake. When the night's running off in the club and shorty out there in front, just and you just pull up behind her. She ain't even checking to see who the hell it is. You just start humming that.
The song's playing.
Hum that song right to her in her ear. She ain't gonna, who the hell is she gonna do that?
She remembered.
She gonna just be there and see it. You just gonna get that free dub.
She remember when she was at Soul Cycle and they was playing it there.
Exactly. You gonna get that free dub, man. I'm telling you. You better thank Drake. Some of y'all young cats out there, y'all with your girl because of Drake, man.
And sometimes circumstances you don't want to be with them because you done knocked them up, and now they about to have some babies because of Drake. I'm just saying.
That is true too.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
But some people are in love and they have, you know what I mean? Like they're bringing their third person into the row. You know what I mean?
Well, the female you with, if you're young, chances are it's because of Drake. Good or bad. It's true. But that brings it back to old school Aubrey, and I truly appreciate Finesse.
But is he really old school? He's not even 10 years in the game.
He's got
15.
He's got a few joints.
Now he do got some joints.
And I'm more
to his credit.
I'm more speaking on the transition of or the evolution of him.
To his credit.
He was always on this singing ass ish with a little bit of bars in the beginning. Then he got cute and started feeling himself after like.
Got you.
If you're hearing this now, if you feel whatever that album was, like when he just started going left, like when he, then thought he was the best MC. But I'm not here to bash Aubrey.
He the best.
But
he will never be the best.
But there's a couple more that I'm feeling. There's a couple more, but I'm gonna focus on the hashtag. In my feelings because this joint is dope. Like I don't care what nobody say.
Nah, some of the videos is funny as hell.
Track money.
You know what?
Got me in my
Hold this for me, cause I wish I could hold this next to the mic.
Yep.
King, do you
love me?
on the fighting? Said you never Hey, I know that I messed the mic up. I messed the mic up, but still. Y'all know where I'm coming from.
Are you riding?
That joint catchy as hell, B. That joint catchy as hell.
So for those who don't know, my little bro, he really is mesmerized by these catchy, ratchety,
Easy. Like that.
beats.
Like that.
He's been doing it a long time.
Like that.
He tried to tell me the Nori album was one of the most classic joints. What was one of like the best songs ever made?
It was though.
I had to sit him down, riding the 2 train one day. I'm like, listen, I understand you like that song, but listen to this Gangstar album,
It's
bro.
Gangstar.
Listen to this Gangstar album. Let's get the palette complete, bro.
That is true.
So, I'm not shocked at this response from this song.
That I picked that. That shit's fire. I don't give a fuck what he's saying. As far as your rating for this album.
So, Big Bro's gonna go first.
Albums.
Okay. Scorpion, to me, is a larger decline periodically from album to album that Drake has put out, in my opinion. Notice how I told you the intro kind of set the tone for the first disc? I felt it was supposed to set the tone for that disc. I really feel that the Pusha T conflict has kind of left him in a state where if you have your kids and you tell them don't go in the cookie jar, you go to the room real fast, and then you come back to the kitchen and you catch him red-handed in the cookie jar, and he's trying to explain himself why he was in the cookie jar. I feel like that is what this album is to me. Like I mentioned before, a lot of times double discs don't deliver. They fall short because a lot of them are just, you're trying to get material together.
Right.
It's not, it doesn't format well. He had songs like God's Plan on here for what? That single is fucking 6 months old.
Yeah.
And the other joint with the Mary J sample, that was another song that didn't have to be there. If you're throwing away songs and you're putting it together, why are those songs on there? I'm not a big component of that. You release a single, your body of work is different. You put the single out there so people get the buzz, and then when you put your body of work out there, people go and consume it. So I'm gonna take them to task on that.
Okay.
The lyrics were good. You know, it was a little more, as far as the first CD, the first album. But what I will say is, and I'm gonna say this too, we did a album review a project review of the Carters, and Jay-Z was out there chopping him down at every chance he could. So why is he on a song with him here? See, these are the things that get me animated. Because back in the day, you had your beef with somebody, you're not featured on their song.
But time out. It's more on a business aspect, and
No, I understand that.
Drake can explain to himself behind the scenes why he went to Apple versus
I
Tidal.
understand that, but to me, you as a true MC in the game, you have your squabbles. Jay wasn't on no songs with Nas until the beef was squashed.
Right.
So they sat there and aired it out.
Right.
It's not even a week ago that whole Carter's album, he was dissing Drake about his move to Apple. And now, wait. And now he's on the album with him. That to me as a listener, I'm not gonna give you props for. And this track wasn't that good. The track
wasn't.
The track sucked.
The track wasn't.
So, to finish my critique, I'm not a big fan of Drake the singer.
So you're not even touching this too.
I'm not even, and again, I listened to it because we do this review show.
Right.
And I give it the respect to listen to it for 4 days.
Right.
I'm not a fan of him as a singer at all. You know what I'm saying? Like because to me, I don't think he brings anything to a record singing. That's just my opinion. I know the females are gonna come after me for this, and that's fine. But what I will say is, he doesn't pull it off like artists like Yasin Bey. He doesn't pull it off like Kanye. He doesn't. He's not in that. He's not in that. He's not in that.
Kanye use auto tunes when he sings.
So no. I'm saying he uses some too without auto tunes. He has bodies of work that have that as an example. So
okay.
So that's all I'm saying. So to me, his lyrics was good. His content was good. I'm saying the album structure is not there. He gave us too much garbage. The songs that we highlighted are some of the better songs that are on here.
Right.
The 8 to 10, I believe, is probably like the best song on the double CD.
Right.
I just think that it was just filler instead of quality, which is why I listed those 2 double albums when we started this review, because those albums were constructed as albums. They weren't just constructed as filler. You know, so to me, as a listener, I'm giving this one a 2.5.
Sheesh.
Because he's a top level artist and he can't be coming out here like that. I'm sorry. And people get, sometimes people get caught up with who they are instead of listening to the material and judging it by the material.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Okay.
And I leave it to my little bro.
All right. All right, just to piggyback off on the Drake Jay-Z collaboration, I think it's very important, especially that line that Jay said. Whether if it any onus on that track alone, and that's a shot directly to you gangbangers out in Florida. Y'all kill X and not Zimmerman, and I'm not here advocating any type of violence, but it's really a mindset, because we are truly crabs in a goddamn bucket as black and brown people in America. Like, keep it 100. Keep it 100, because that's really what that's about. That line in itself. So whether you like that track or not, whether you like the beat, whether you like the lyrics, that bar in itself just speaks so much about how simplistic we are as people. That we hate our own complexion, we hate our own people. Where there's a man that killed a fucking brother off of a hoodie and fucking Skittles.
Pack of Skittles. A young man.
And Skittles, but yeah, y'all go out there and buck up and shoot this poor young boy, this talent in the neck for nothing, rob him for nothing. You took his life away. It's just crazy. So I truly appreciate that track, and also really just really let's keep it 100 here. These are 2 millionaires, future billionaires. Like this petty little tit for tat. Yo, this all about sparring. It's all about taking jabs. Like, please, they're all friends. Like, let's keep it 100. So therefore, if we're gonna sit there and think that like this is a real beef, like old school beef, that's not the case at all. Okay, and they're gonna come together and do tracks because they're the upper echelon in this thing. So I ain't mad at that ish at all. And that's Jay calling his associate out because he played himself when he didn't go. And just taking a shot, and what happens? It's not like Jay asked to be on that track. This dude asked him to get on his joint. So like, let's be real here. There's no real beef, but that's just that's within that. This 1 from 2. I am grateful that Drake actually did this. Yeah, it's too much. It's too much of Drake. But if you're a Drake fan, you will truly appreciate this. This is for the Drake people of the world, like the diehards. They will soak this all in, because this too, with the singing and the R&B and whatever, and like, yo, if you don't make up with your shorty, if you don't justify things with your shorty playing at this too in any type of way, shape, or form, then you have failed as a man to your girl. And reset and go get with somebody else, because damn, if that can't save you on this too, then nothing will. And with this one, he tried to really try to show that he had them balls and try to spar over there. Like, I appreciate the variety of that. That earth went, that like just showing his diversity as far as an artist. And I appreciate it. But once again, like 25 is like hour and a half. It's like, but then again, I would be a hypocrite because I'm sitting here and I just got Nasir 7 tracks in 6 years. So we're like, what am I really doing here? Am I gonna bitch and moan about that and then be mad about too much? So I don't want to be this spoiled motherfucker. I appreciated all that encompassed this. Like I really did, and really picking and choosing. Like I felt like out of There was 14 on the first one, outside of the commercial stuff. But I'm not mad at that either, because the same thing, like because we're kind of sound like hypocrites when J. Cole did not put on For Your Eyes Only, when he didn't drop those 2 joints that he had on the video.
I thought those shouldn't have been singles. I thought he should have just left it for the album.
Well, here's the thing. He put that out as filler and then dropped an album, and we were pissed. So then now when Drake drops singles and puts them on the album, you're mad. I don't. Me. It's fine. But I'll tell you this much, to be honest. I'm gonna be truthful. I would skip over, but more like because I had to just soak up the new stuff and really feel it.
Those 2 songs out were 6 months. J. Cole dropped those 2 singles 2 weeks before that album dropped.
Well, like I said, I don't. However you want to view it. Like, everybody does things differently. I skipped on those things because I got to listen to a lot of music in the span of a week. But I'm not crazy about this, but I do appreciate it. I do appreciate what he did. I'm very thankful that he actually tried to put albums together and give to the people. Like, just really being mindful of, like, yo, this is what the wave is. I truly do appreciate that. And the beginning was Survival, and then he ended it with March 14th, which was a very like yo, I mean, so personal, where like he's really like admitting that, yo, he slept with his baby mother like maybe 2 times before she got pregnant, which is fucking crazy. Well, whatever. Rich people problems, because when your son grows up, Adon, and know that, like, you know, his mother was a side, like just a jump off, that's for you to figure out.
And use protection.
And you didn't use protection, probably. So
no, he didn't. He said it in the song.
Well, yeah, because his mom said to do so. But right. But I truly appreciate the bookends of those 2 tracks, and there was a lot of quality in there. I'm not gonna I'll rave him, but once again, I truly appreciate. So I'm giving it a 3, and because like I said, it wasn't, you didn't wow me, Drake. Like, you didn't, like, there was nothing. It was a Drake you got to know. Like it made me actually kind of appreciate what was the More Life, which was super duper commercial. But I like the variety that he gave when he stole from all the African culture and that thing like nobody's business. Went to London, took that culture like nobody's business. But the vibe in there, like, because it was variety. This was just like Drake, Toronto Drake. But I'm gonna give it a 3. It's not the best joint, but I truly appreciate the quantity there. Is there anything to relate this to? Like, Drake would be like the LL, the modern day LL. I don't know. Like, I mean, as far as like talking to the ladies.
Well, I can't really say that because LL don't sing, and LL has like real bars.
True.
So I can't really. I mean, I know he.
Drake. All right. So then you know what?
I know he idolizes. Listen. I know that he idolizes Fonte from Little Brother. He said that that's his favorite MC of all time. And I see kind of similarities, but to me, Fonte pulls it off a lot better.
Gotcha.
That's just my opinion.
Gotcha. All right, so then it's really Drake. Drake is one of a kind, man. And just to go, I personally appreciate him. MCs, please, just leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Let him talk his shit. We all know you guys are better. Drake is this all. He's like that hybrid vehicle, dude. I'm telling you, like, he's just that Prius that will always be there. That was always going to be fuel efficient. That's always going to be good for the environment and the economy and just. He's like
Vanilla Ice if he had more than one single. Just put it that way.
He is much better than Vanilla.
No, what I mean by that is he has an engine behind him, and that's why he is where he is today.
Okay. To our spoon-fed and secret segment, we're going back to the ASAP Mob.
Yes, sir.
ASAP 12E.
That's right.
The track is called Strap, off of 12 is the name of the album.
Dope listen, bro.
Yes.
Shout out to ASAP. Shout out to the ASAP Mob.
Yeah, seriously.
All of them, man.
They're
Don't
so
hustle.
talented.
Their grind is dope, man.
Ferg, I seen you drop 2 joints recently too. They're fire too. But like, I mean, trust me, it'll get
Don't you worry, man.
It'll get on.
We got you. And we appreciate y'all how y'all got New York, man, for real.
Seriously.
Straight up.
Here it is, real quick. Strapped.
It's all facts. Me and Name tried it to the max. Got these monkeys on our backs. Anything bling, getting snatched. If it's what I seen, then it's tax. You can ask who was on the.
Peep that sample.
Woo!
That's a sample that he used on there. Shout out to Sam for that London,
Yes.
like all this. He's so amazing.
Yes. Absolutely.
Already, like that shit dropped like a year before he
Yeah,
used
it's
it,
dope
but
as fuck though.
That
But
says something.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gate 6 Mob. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow those guys on Instagram.
Word
if
up.
you're a Yankee fan like ourselves, you know,
Seriously.
make sure you get a snapback, get involved with their movement. Shout out to Drake.
Real talk.
Listen, I respect your talent. I just was not feeling your album at all. You know what I'm saying? I was feeling some of your joints on there, but I'm sorry, you got to start putting a more consistent body of work together here. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, but I do respect you, and I do respect you as an artist, just like I respect everybody that comes here.
Absolutely.
And you know, all the artists that we review up here.
Absolutely.
Shout out to ASAP 12,
Yep.
12E.
Yep.
And shout out to the ASAP Mob movement. You guys are dope. Like I said, I know these motherfuckers out here on the radio ain't showing you guys love and the appreciation that y'all should be getting out here, but we damn sure appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying?
We gonna promote.
You already know how that goes. Remember, stay blessed and stop making stupid people famous.
Yep. Like, share, and subscribe. Till next episode. Bless.
Peace.